The GMC Sierra, America's ultimate professional-grade pickup, isn't just a truck. It's a journey through decades of innovation, power, and unmistakable style. It's the kind of machine that hauls lumber during the week and shows up polished for a night out on Saturday. From its earliest roots in the rugged GMC CK series of the 1960s to its current high-tech, luxurious form, the Sierra has done more than just evolve. It's redefined what it means to be a truck. The story begins in 1960 when GMC introduced a new line of full-size pickups known as the CK series. These early trucks were all about function: solid steel frames, boxy designs, and engines that just kept going. With step-side and fleet-side bed options, they were built to work. Under the hood, you'd find hard-working inline-six engines and simple V8s that could tow, haul, and grind through just about anything. Inside, the story was basic: vinyl bench seats, steel dashboards, and analog gauges. No touchscreen, no luxury. Just grit. But the seeds of greatness were planted. By the late 1960s, GMC gave its trucks a makeover. The second-generation CK trucks were smoother, better looking, and slightly more refined. Dual headlights, bolder front grills, and optional air conditioning started to blur the line between utility and comfort. Trucks were no longer just for work. They were for living. Inside, padded dashes, radios, and trim options made these pickups a little more pleasant for the daily grind. Engines grew more powerful too. Small block V8s like the 307 and 350 became staples, and big block options began showing up for those who needed serious pulling power. Then came the third generation in 1973, the now legendary square body trucks. These Sierras, still under the CK designation, had a look that was pure Americana. Wide, square fenders, massive front grills, and a cab design that screamed capability. These trucks were built on a new platform that emphasized strength, utility, and a better ride. Visibility was excellent, and the truck's proportions were perfectly bold. Engine options spanned from economical inline sixes to brutish V8s, including the 454 cubic inch big block. For the first time, diesel engines also entered the scene, giving heavy-duty users a more fuel-efficient option. Interiors grew again: more comfort, more options, better materials. Suddenly, you could have cruise control, cassette players, and wood grain trim. These weren't just tools anymore. They were statements. In 1988, the world officially met the GMC Sierra as a standalone nameplate. It marked the beginning of the fourth generation and the true birth of the Sierra legacy. These trucks brought a whole new look: smoother, more modern, and more aerodynamic than ever before. Rounder edges, flush headlights, and improved construction gave the Sierra a more refined appearance. Trim levels like the High Sierra and SLT added upscale touches, while fuel injection and overdrive transmissions made for a smoother drive. The interiors felt almost SUV-like. Plush carpet, cloth or leather seating, tilt steering wheels, and even early electronic displays set the tone for what GMC had planned. The Sierra wasn't just here to compete, it was here to lead. As the millennium turned, GMC introduced the fifth-generation Sierra in 1999, built on the GMT 800 platform. This generation elevated the Sierra to modern greatness. The design was muscular and confident, with rounded contours, tight body gaps, and a bolder stance. Under the hood came the famous Vortec engines, a lineup that included a 4.3-liter V6, a 4.8-liter V8, a popular 5.3-liter V8, and a 6.0-liter powerhouse. The Sierra HD models even offered an 8.1-liter big block and the mighty Duramax diesel. These trucks were serious machines with massive towing capacity and unmatched reliability. Inside, the changes were even more striking: dual-zone climate control, Bose audio systems, heated leather seats, and in some trims, DVD players for the rear passengers. Suddenly, trucks were family vehicles, road trip warriors, and daily drivers, all rolled into one. By 2007, the sixth-generation Sierra had arrived, and it doubled down on refinement. The exterior was sharper, more squared off, and full of chrome. The grille was bold and commanding, while the headlights offered a signature look that would define the truck for years to come. But it was the Denali trim that truly changed the game. Now, GMC offered luxury-grade materials, real wood trim, soft leather, advanced navigation, and a ride so smooth it could rival a high-end SUV. The powertrain lineup featured 5.3-liter and 6.0-liter V8s, with the Denali boasting the beastly 6.2-liter engine. Technology became a central theme. Bluetooth, StabiliTrak, USB ports, and rear parking sensors were standard or available on many trims. GMC made a clear statement. This was no longer just a work truck. This was a status symbol. In 2014, the seventh-generation Sierra launched with a bolder, more sophisticated design. This version brought sharper LED accents, stronger body lines, and innovative features like the signature aluminum hood and active grille shutters for better fuel economy. The Sierra all-terrain and elevation trims gave style-conscious and off-road ready buyers more choices than ever. The Ecotec 3-engine lineup, 4.3-liter V6, 5.3-liter V8, and 6.2-liter V8, brought direct injection, active fuel management, and variable valve timing, blending power and efficiency. The interior took another big leap forward with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, touchscreens up to 8 inches, and wireless charging. Comfort. It was king. Soft touch dashboards, stitched leather, LED lighting, and quiet cabins with triple sealed doors. At this point, GMC had found its formula. Luxury, tech, capability. Then came the biggest leap yet. The 8th generation Sierra, unveiled in 2019. This wasn't just a redesign, it was a statement. Bigger, bolder, and smarter, the new Sierra introduced the Multi-Pro tailgate, a 6-function masterpiece that became the envy of every tailgater, contractor, and DIYer. The exterior sported C-shaped LED headlights, aggressive lines, and wheel options up to 22 inches. Body panels used aluminum for weight savings, and the entire platform was stronger and more efficient. Engine options now included a 2.7-liter turbocharged inline-4, a 3.0-liter Duramax diesel with astonishing fuel economy, and the tried-and-true 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter V8s, now with dynamic fuel management, allowing the truck to run on just the cylinders it needed. And then there was the interior. Oh, the interior. In 2022, the Sierra received a massive interior refresh for upper trims, transforming the cabin into something closer to a tech lounge than a truck. A massive 13.4-inch infotainment screen, a fully digital 12.3-inch gauge cluster, and Google built-in took center stage. The Denali Ultimate went all in on luxury with open-pore wood, quilted leather, massaging front seats, and Super Cruise, GM's cutting-edge hands-free driving tech that works even while towing.